So part of this video has been about mobility through the different joints of the body. So this is going to be also emphasising that when we cool down and stretch off. Okay? So what I noticed about one of the things that's often common in boxing is tightness and lack of mobility around the wrist. So I always, when I'm starting to stretch boxes off, I always start at the end of the session making sure you stretch the wrist. So from the side on there, put the wrist back opening there. And when you're doing this sort of static stretching, you can hold that for between 15 and 30 seconds. Change that. And again, I'm stretching and opening across the elbow there as well. Then I'll take it this way as well, pulling it down that way. And then change. Taking the hand this way, holding it, and then turning there. So turning the thumb towards the camera there, palm that way. So working the wrist for all the different ranges. Okay. Then I'll stretch triceps off. So I'll put my right hand on the right shoulder blade there, lift this arm up, and holding it there. So when I'm in this position, I might do some neck mobility work, so turn the head to the opposite way, and then look down, because again, an area where boxers often get stiff and tight is around the neck. And change sides, so lift up there, hold onto the left shoulder blade, hold there, and turn, and then look down. Then I lift my arms up so I'm like as straight as an arrow there. So if I'm back here, and I hold onto the right wrist and I lift up and over. So this bit stays still, and I'm stretching all down this line here, including the lats and the side around here. And change and lift up and over there. It looks about mobility work on the floor at the start, so I'd like to see what the box is like when they rotate around there. That's sort of pain-free. Often this area here stays relaxed, because often you see this. And then the ability to rotate the upper arm here and keep this bit relatively relaxed, and I'll press up to the ceiling then. I'll come down, I'll rotate down, up, and press up there. And again, opening across this area, with one hand on top of the other, bring the elbows in here, the back is straight, it's like chicken wings, so you're opening across the chest there. Okay. Take my elbow here, so I'm staying wide across the collarbone, and I bring the arm across the centre line here. So I'm stretching the muscles around the shoulder blade here. Change the hands, elbow to here, wide across here. So I'm not like bringing the shoulder across here. I'm trying to keep the shoulder blade where it is, and stretch around the back of the shoulder blade. I bring the hands here, and then shuffle one hand forward. It's just moving from the shoulder blade out the back. So then we'll do a bit of stretching around the lower body here. So from here, I'm just leaning the body forward from here, keeping the back straight, and I feel a stretch to the back of my hamstring there. Again, I'm holding that there. Again, you can do that in a split stance, just leaning forward, and you feel the stretch to the back of this leg here. Again, it's mobilising the hamstrings. I might take the feet wider here, and again just tip forward from the hips. So the shape of the back remains unchanged, and again now we're getting more stretch through the inner thighs and the hamstrings as well. stretch the front of the hip here. I might take people into like a lunge, static lunge there. Okay, take my arms here and then rotate that way there. So as I show from here, hips are square to the front, I turn the shoulders and the ribs. And that should increase the stretch to that back hip along that diagonal line there. Hold up there. Change to the other side. Rotate. Alright, so I'm keeping that range of movement there. Okay. You can again stretch your hips and hold on to the wall. Hold on to the wall, pull the heel into your backside, keep your back straight. And again, you get a bigger stretch to that front hip. Into there. Okay, and then stretching the calves, and lean your body forward there, or take your hands to the wall there, keep your back leg straight, straighten out the back heel, and bend the back knee, pull that stretch. The other side, back knee straight, and then bend the back knee, and then finish with just squatting down. Hands into the hips here, and then keep the feet square, turn the feet out a bit, drop down a bit further. Feet square in front, heels, hands on the toes, lift up, looking down through the legs. And that's finished. Okay? So what we're looking at today is movement to the side. One of the first videos we did in this series, we looked at the movements going on in and out, along line and back the other way. I like these foot drills. I watched a video, two videos a few years ago by a trainer called Kenny Weldon, who was one of the most successful amateur boxing coaches in the United States. He trains some great professional boxers as well, people like Pernell Whitaker. And his own theories about, I recommend those videos on YouTube, Becoming a Better Boxer 1 and 2. And he was a big fan. This was his thing about moving side to side and getting that feeling of being able to move fluently from side to side. And it's a good drill in itself to develop that agility and that stepping just out the side. Because generally when you're running orthodox, that's going to be outside the line of attack. Also by moving in both directions, we can also be a bit unorthodox and then move the other way as well. But it's enough. I recommend that as a drill. We can do it just hands on. And now, once we get good at that sort of lateral movement, we can then look at varying that. So what I'm doing, I've got some markers on the floor here, and we're going to move in different ranges to the side. Okay, so can you see all the markers on the floor there? So the first one, I'm going to jab and I'm going to move the foot back to this marker here. Okay, so jab and then it's that. So I'm moving diagonally away there. Okay, this one I'm moving more straight out to the side. So I'm here. Okay, so jab, move to there, that marker there. This one is a bit much bigger movement where the box jabs out and out down here. Throw that back and move right to the side there. So I jab and then there. Again, it's an agility exercise that I recommend you work on and see how that improves your footwork in the ring. Where you just get good, because obviously you're not necessarily making those big movements when you're in the ring, it's just that little bit. Okay? But get good at moving at different ranges to the side. And take it the other way. Again, if I'm unorthodox, if I move this way I'm moving on potentially I'm moving on to my opponent's backhand. But what is a good, getting good at it means sometimes you do the unexpected. So I jab, maybe I can jab, there, okay? So get good, so you get good and moving this way, and then also move that way, which gives a greater variety to your movement, but also makes you less predictable. Okay? So practice that one, practice over there, okay? So again, it's a drill for you to practice that. We're going to get looser, so you're doing shadow boxing drill, and then I'm going to call out jab, move out to the side, okay?
Hello, I'm Musa from the Ingle Foundation. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you what Andy showed you with the dots and everything, with the stepping out to the side, but this time we're going to use the times of the clock. So this one will be about 3 o'clock. So if I'm going to be shadow boxing and Andy shouts behind the camera, jab 3 o'clock, I will jab, step out to 3 o'clock. If he shouts 4 o'clock, jab 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock is back. And if I move to my left hand side, then I'm going to do a movement before I go to that side. Because if I'm going to just normally move to that side, then walk into their backhand. So I'll be here. If he shouts, that's 10 and that's 9. If he shouts 10 o'clock, I might move back and go to 10. If he shouts 9, maybe lay back, go to 10. Got it? So I'm going to shadow box for 2 or 3 minutes, and then that guy in the camera is going to shout the time of the clock. Let's go.
Jab 5 o'clock. Jab lay back 9 o'clock. Jab 3 o'clock. Jab 6 o'clock. Jab 4 o'clock. Jab slip 10 o'clock. Jab 3 o'clock. Jab 6 o'clock. Jab lay back 9 o'clock. Jab 3 o'clock. Jab 5 o'clock. Jab 4 o'clock. Jab 3 o'clock. Jab lay back 9 o'clock. Jab slip 10 o'clock. Jab 3 o'clock. Jab 3 o'clock and back to the centre line. Jab 4 o'clock back to the centre line. Jab slip 9 o'clock back to the centre line. Right, freestyle, any movement you want in terms of moving around. And time, hold on. Okay. So last video we're looking at then getting good, moving in all those different ranges, okay? So once we get good at just pushing away there, you can start to mix it up and make it more skillful. Again, this is something that is harder to speed, where you start feinting to go one way and then the other. So I feint to go to 10 o'clock, commit my weight, and then I go straight back out there to 3 o'clock. I feint to go to I lay back to 3 o'clock and then push forward there. So I'm moving and actually get my opponent to commit. This isn't dissimilar to things like football, where you're trying to get your opponent, you commit your opponent to go one way and then the other. And often but it's doing it at speed and skill, which is the thing that takes practice. But let's just look at some of those things. So I'll break it down. So I do a jab, push back to 4 o'clock here, but now come straight back on that centre line to straight down. So jab, push away, and then come straight back in there. Jab, push away there, and then move right out to the side there. Jab, go that way, chance to push that way. So I commit to go that way and then come out through. So I commit to go to 10 o'clock, but end up at 3 o'clock. 10 o'clock should be slightly over there. Okay? So it's those little drills where you're feinting to go one way and then the other. So small little feints. And it's a combination of sort of going one foot then the other, and then back to the other one. So I might go jab that way and then back that way. Go that way and then that way. Feinting to go. Okay? So I feint to go back and then come forward. I feint to go to the side, then straight on that way. Even start, you have things like switching, so go to there, and go to there. So a jab, commit to go that way, switch to go that way, and then like there. So start with orthodox, jab, switch to southpaw, back to orthodox. You can make these drills up as you go along. Put the markers on there, so the front and the back. Switching stance again. The better you are on both sides, the stronger all of them will be. Now I'm sure you at home could do that with a lot more speed and skill than I could. So have a go at it. We're going to get Musa back on, I'm going to be pulling it out, and then we'll see how it does.
Alright, so I'm going to put what Andy said into perspective. So I'm going to be shadowboxing for 2 minutes, and Andy might say 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and we'll go 3 o'clock, push to 10 o'clock. So frame to one side, go to the other side, and so on. So we're going to go 2 minutes of that. So let's go.
5 o'clock, 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock. 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Switching, commit to switch, okay? Five o'clock, 10 o'clock. Three o'clock, 10 o'clock. 5 o'clock, coming forward with a double jab. 5 o'clock, double jab, then push to 3 o'clock. 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. 10 o'clock in orthodox, switching to 3 o'clock in southpaw. Freestyle, anytime. Move down, practice on that. Practice on your feints. Imagine the opponents in front of you, you get them to commit. Jab 3 o'clock. Jab 5 o'clock. Jab 6 o'clock. Jab 5 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And time. Very good.
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel from RMC Academy, working with the Ingle Foundation. So we've just been working on your footwork and changing direction, moving at speed, being able to react. So that's what we're going to be looking at as well today. So I want you to find your centre. We're going to move around our imaginary clock, which is around you, just there, around me, around you. And we're going to take 3 steps. So we're going 1, 2, on 3, you've got to change direction really fast. Jump, spin around. Then we're going around the clock the other way. 1, 2, 3, switch. And 1, 2, 3, switch. And 1, 2, 3, switch. You got it? Yes? Okay, let's get another little practice. Remember, when you're switching, think of using your hips as your steering wheel to get you round. Okay? Like pick you up, get you round. Use those hips as your steering wheel. And also your head. So we're spotting as well, like we were doing with the turn in the last video. So we're going round. Ready? And touch.